and goddesses. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about retrograde Pluto returning back into Capricorn. Okay, so this is going to be happening on September 1st, 2024, and Pluto has been in Aquarius since I believe February. Can't remember the date exactly, but I believe it was February 11th. That should be exact. But Pluto went into retrograde on May 2nd, and it's going to be retrograding all the way until October 11th. So but it's going to be going back into Capricorn one more time. So this is the time. Okay, let's talk about Pluto's energy. Okay, Pluto is definitely like, it's like a slap in the face, a punch to the gut, okay? Because it's really about transformation, rebirth, regeneration, real resilience in a way, but becoming stronger, like because of it, physically, mentally, and spiritually, letting go of the old and coming in with the new. And you may not be ready for it, but Pluto is ready for it. Pluto moves very, very slow too. So this is something that it definitely, lingers over time, but Pluto doesn't let it wallow. It asks you to ascend to what you think but going more to going over who you are, redeeming yourself, and finding yourself in the process, and finding out who you are and becoming stronger and who you believe that you are. Okay, so Pluto likes to destroy. Pluto will definitely destroy your whole mental space, and it's definitely going to get you to destroy those patterns and destroy the mental formulas that you are like concocting within your head, because it is a planet of destruction, death, obsession, even kidnapping, a lot of coercion. It is a planet of so-called darkness, but it comes, with respect in a way, because it also is a planet of deep psychological transformations that can transform your life into something that you can't even fathom right now. It really gets you to dig deep below the surface and ask those questions like, why is this happening? Why are people still kidnapping? Why are people still, taking people's virtue against their will? It really gets you to start asking questions about the underworld, and about crime, and like, is it really happening, and things of that nature. Is it just television? And there is a sense of, it's not always pretty. Pluto has to do with like viruses and things of that nature, and also waste, trash, things that we don't even need. It also rules over the atoms, within our minds and within our space, and we are made up of atoms. Okay, we are made up of things that are metaphysical, but that are powerful, that is like from the quantum realm, that is very like unexplainable. If you don't know about it, it's unexplainable, but if you do, it has an explanation. However, things that are hidden to the masses, the secrets, you're going to uncover it. Like, Pluto is going to get you to uncover it. It's very intense planet. It's really about it's so intense, like it affects the masses. It doesn't just affect one person, it affects the masses in such a chaotic way, maybe even a little bit of destructive way. So this it going back into and then Pluto can also come across as, scary, but it really isn't caring about that. It's trying to get you to really like shake you up, go underneath the surface, ask those questions. Why is this happening? Uncovering secrets and getting a better and a new view about life. So this is really intense, but it really directs your focus on what is, most beneficial in your life, what, achieving dreams and things of that nature. Okay, but let's talk about Pluto in Capricorn. Okay, so that is what's getting you. It doesn't care if you're scared to get these goals done. You can and you will get these goals done. We're talking about Pluto going back into Capricorn, right? So it's really a time for you to like focus on, your potential, your skills, how you can achieve goals, your ambitions, and going underneath the surface on why is it not happening? Are you cutting corners? Did you get to the finish line? Are you making sure that you have control over yourself, control over, when I mean control, like discipline within yourself? Are you deeply connected to your emotions in that way? Are you on track on your like purpose in life? This is definitely a time where Pluto and Aquarius is where like you're taking step by step changes in order to create a long term, you know, commitment or fill a goal, building a foundation in order to fulfill your you know, your goals, your wishes, and your potential. You know, can grow over this time as well. So with Pluto being in Capricorn, this is a time where you will clash with authorities and you will clash with others, most importantly, and with things that they like I said, the things that they believe in. You know, if you know, you know. You know, it's kind of like that. But this is definitely a time where your actions, you know, and your intentions are made clear with Pluto being in Capricorn, and taking the time to get things done how you want to get them done, and not going against. It's like you don't want to go with traditions and what everybody else is talking about. You want to know about power. Like you want to hone in on your power, and you want to be free to make your own choices. You want to be free to do the things that you want. Okay, you don't want to feel powerless, you don't want to feel controlled, you don't want to feel like, you know, people are controlling me, I have to answer to people. Pluto doesn't want this. And Pluto being in Aquarius, which is pretty great actually, but it going back into Capricorn where Saturn, you know, wants structure, wants rules. It's really like you know, it's really like going back to where, okay, no cutting corners though, you know, don't cut corners during this time, and especially when it's time of this retrograde, because it can really show up as you actually are going against something. So let's get started. Aries, so Aries, this is going to be happening in your 10th house, okay? It's going to be, your 10th house has to do with your career, your reputation. So this is a time for you to start rethinking your goals, rethinking your ambitions, thinking, you know, what role do you play in humanity? Like, how are you questioning what's going on in this world, and how is it altering your life path in this world? Are you getting to the nitty gritty of your life path, the darkness that comes with your life path? Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're aligning to in your path, you must confront the dynamics, the power struggles that you're having, and confronting this, you know, being more clear about what is your life path, how are you reflecting on your friendships, your professional, you know, obligations, and thinking, okay, if they no longer serve you, kick them to the side, you know, goodbye. It's really time for you to start making new connections, because we're talking about retrograde, so it's thinking back. You're thinking about this. Pluto is reminding you of this. Thinking about, you know, your professional goals, your dreams, and how you can get them to emerge. So let's choose a message from your higher self and see what they would like for you to know. No more dimming your light, you shine. It's time for you to align with your true purpose and stop letting, you know, stop letting maybe your father figure, you know, maybe this a masculine figure, even yourself, tell you that you cannot do it. You have to question people's motives and even your own motives in order to get down to the nitty gritty. You must confront your power struggles, stand in your power when it comes to your career, when it comes to your life path. You are the powerful one, but you must know that you have power in order for it to feel powerful. So that's all I have for you, Aries. I hope that was helpful. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, please, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Aries. Hey, Taurus. So Taurus, this Pluto retrograde, it's time for you to embrace change. It's time for you to embrace, you know, a fresh perspective, think about things, you know, on a way, you know, deeper level, undertaking things that feel like uncomfortable, feels like it could be chaos and crisis situation, because this is going to be happening in your 9th house, you know, of adventure, and this is basically wanting you to transform the way that you are viewing the world. Okay, so this is a time where, Taurus, you can really be thinking about your belief systems. Like, do they align to who you are? Is it on your moral compass? And if it's not, like, Pluto is going to bring this to life. You can feel, you know, really like this is a struggle, almost like a crisis. Yes, because you are a fixed sign and this house has to do with change. So it's like really getting you to dive deep into your philosophical like nature and transforming it in a huge way, in a way that you're building a belief system behind it, excuse me, and there is this like expansion and you wanting to explore new things and explore a new life path, and it's shifting you and pushing you towards a new life purpose that is driven. Okay, that is driven by passion and by the things that you actually want. Okay, but you must start looking inward. Okay, you're embarking on a journey towards a that is self, that is a self journey. You're going in self, you're going, maybe learning something new, maybe traveling, spiritual practices, and you're really sorting through the unknown and the unfamiliar in order to emerge with these insights and this wisdom, and these epiphanies that give you a new perspective on your life. So let's choose a message from your higher self, Taurus, and see what they would like for you to know. Do not allow your ego to diminish your ability to listen. So because you will be learning so much, Pluto is like full of wisdom, and it's really like information that others don't know. So you feel like, you feel good about yourself. You're like, no one knows this. No one took this inner journey. However, remember that we're talking about Capricorn, and Capricorn is like a hard worker, getting things done. Really taking their best foot forward, being ambitious, working towards like the higher purpose. It's like a life path. It's like actually completing something. So this, you want to make sure that your perspective and things of that nature, and what you're discovering, what your adventure, that you're telling people about, that you're using your wisdom, maybe publishing a book, maybe going abroad and spreading this information, maybe teaching a class, that you're spreading this valuable information. So that's all I have for you, Taurus. I hope that was helpful. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, please. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Taurus. Gemini. So Gemini, this is going to be happening in your ninth house, well, 8th house. Okay, so the 8th house is a house of intimacy. It's a house of taboos and house of deep emotion. This is Pluto's house. So this is really, really, really like profound for you, because you're going to be having a lot of conversations that are very stimulating for you, and you're going to be having like these communication skills that makes you confident about the ways that you are able to express yourself, maybe even about astrology, about things that are hidden to us, which is like, metaphysical informations and things of that nature, and even about, taboo, maybe about the subconscious, things that are anything that is metaphysical, like numerology. Like you're having these huge in-depth conversation, diving in deep into the subconscious patterns of others, of yourself, and you're really being asked to start maneuvering through like the deeper thoughts and the deeper senses of what is actually going on in your lifetime and going on here, because you're diving in deep. And this is very this is really uncomfortable but comfortable in a way, because you love these types of conversations. However, it's uncomfortable because you will have to transform, right? And this is a house of transformation. So using your discovery, or using like what you learned from Pluto being in Aquarius so far, like using what you learned to like start digging deep in your emotions, start digging deep into your sexuality, your intimacy, even your deepest fears and desires can come up at this time. But start really making sense of the patterns that you are unknowingly like operating from, in the mental formulas that you put upon yourself, that is not really it's crooked, that is not really helping you during this time, like for better or for worse, telling yourself like, I'm going to come out on top, even if it's this transformative process, I'm going to come out on this time on top. Like this is a really vulnerable time for you, exposing you and your deepest like emotional like baggage, things of that nature, and just been weighing you down for too long, Gemini, and now it's time to get it off your chest, and you're gonna feel lighter, at the end of this transit, and you're gonna feel like, hey, it's time for a new adventure, without feeling pressured by others, or feeling pressured about or limited by other people's fears, or even by your fears, or burdened by other people's traumas or other people's karma, even your own karma. So let's choose a message from your higher self, Gemini, and see what they would like for you to know. 2 wanted to pop out. Awaken the mind, free the soul. This is absolutely great, because your psychological patterns are changing, they're transforming, and it's uncomfortable at first, but for you it's going to be great, because you're upgrading your mental power, and then you also have discipline can lead to happiness. So meaning that your own fears, okay, other people's fears and things of that nature, and anxieties and how they feel about themselves, it does overpower you in a way. But remember that you have to stay disciplined in your practices, what you believe in, your belief system, and keep up with your studies and your wants and your, deepest desires in order to find happiness. Okay, what you want is very valid during this time. So that's all I have for you, Gemini. I hope that was helpful. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, please, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Gemini. Cancer. So Cancer, this Pluto retrograde is going to be happening in your seventh house, right, of Capricorn. So this is definitely going to be the time where you're thinking about your intimacy. You're thinking about how you can let go of any low vibrational dynamics, any type of unions that are just like beneath you and that lie beneath, not, just lie beneath you. And you want to get to the nitty gritty, like what lies beneath the surface when it comes to this connection, professionally, romantically, even relationships that you're not actually in, but you still, share some type of bond with. This is unresolved traumas coming up from the past. Pluto has to do with traumas. And it coming up into your unions and your relationships, and you having to embrace, the vulnerability that you do feel, and letting it go and letting it stop controlling you and stop, making you feel as though you are an imposter just because of the way that you feel. These are emotions that come from, the deep connections that we have with other people, and, how we go on with them, right? So you can have developed in the union, but it's now time for you, like, to trust in the ability of yourself and of others to expand, yourself in positive ways, like letting go of the, patterns and low vibrational energies that you have, because maybe it can help the next person let go of, the fears and things that they have. You have to tackle your own lingering fears at this time, that it's really going to be in your face, and it have to do maybe even with past relationships that you have brought into the new relationship. And this is the time for you to, after this transit, actually, you will successfully, like, start thinking about your own well-being and about how others, might affect the way that you see yourself, and maybe they affect the way that you feel like you don't have that much to offer to them, or something like that. Or there can be some, support issues, or you feeling like maybe you're not emotionally supported and things of that nature. But this is a time for you guys to really start seeing mutual respect, mutual support, okay? And seeing who can actually offer you this. So let's choose a message from your higher self. We have Kundalini Shakti. So it's time for you to focus on your own Kundalini energy that rises up your 33 vertebrae and shoots through your crown chakra, in order for you to experience life in the way that you see fit, and for it to literally electrify your experience. We are like computers. We are made up of electricity. Okay, so these things are really important. Breathing, your Shakti, your peace, your Kundalini is really important, especially when it comes to unions and relationships. You have to be balanced in order to offer someone anything. So that's all I have for you, Cancer. I hope that was helpful. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, please, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Cancer. Also, Leo, this retrograde is going to be happening in your sixth house, and this is really, your sixth house has to do with, like, your daily routine. And this is really time for you to take a hard look at your daily routines, what you say to yourself on a daily basis, your habits, your schedules, like what is happening when it comes to that. Because you might find yourself, like, reevaluating your role that other people have, in your life, the way that you're showing up in your committed relationships, and evaluate, like, your workspace, what you're doing in there, like people that you work with, and start examine, like, okay, am I really consistent when it comes to, this union? This is a time for you to really reflect on how you are connecting with others, and how they influence what you do on a day-to-day basis, like how they affect your well-being. What are they doing? Like, do they add to you, or are they taking away from you? Like, Pluto is bringing this up because it's going to make you feel that it's going to make you see some people actually bringing you down rather than pushing you forward. So this is a time for you to really examine your habits, though, because Pluto is really shaking you up and making you think, and making you really examine your behaviors every single day. Like, what are you doing, to reach the long-term success, or to reach the health, or body that you see fit. Like, what do you do? Like, you need to start analyzing your plans, your goals, and things of that nature in order to really start meeting these goals. Like, start, every day, wake up, start swapping bad things out for new things, and things that are more substantial, and things that are more like futuristic. The present is the most important moment, but what we do every day makes up our life. So in like the future, or the next coming, years, you'll be happy that you changed your habits into something that is more beneficial for your growth. So let's choose a message from your higher self, Leo, and see what they would like you to know. We have integrity. Be honest with your partner. Do not gossip. Without Do not gossip. Do things without expectation. Self-reflect. So I really feel as though, because Pluto is actually it is in Aquarius, is going back into Capricorn, but that was just telling you, like, pay more attention to the unions and relationships that you're in, because you have to show up as truthful. You have to have self-reflect, and you have to have integrity in anything that you're doing. And always, when you're in a union, it is a reflection of you, and it is something that is you need to learn from, or it is teaching you something. And showing up and being consistent is really important when it comes to any type of union, because it takes work, Leo. So that's all I have for you, Leo. I hope that was helpful. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, please, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Leo. Hey, Virgo. So Virgo, this Pluto retrograde is going to be happening in your fifth house of creativity. Okay, so this is really a time for you to start breaking through barriers and start living through your most authentic, self-expressed lifestyle. Okay, start expressing yourself outwardly as someone who is creative. Like, start expressing that heart space truly during this time, because Pluto is going to bring up, why do you make time for, like, to express yourself every day? Do you make time to be creative every day? Like, what is your creative endeavors? Like, is your schedule too rigid? Is it too, like, by the books, and not so much fun and exciting and things of new adventure and things that are fun and sweet, and like, really enjoying the sweetness of life and the creative nature? So this is a time for you to regenerate your pleasure in your life. Make it a part of your daily routine. Make it a part of what you want to, like, passion, like your passion project. This is what you're passionate about. It's lighting a fire within you that is making you want to go forward. Okay, so this is also a time where you can be feeling like maybe what you're doing like on a regular is taking away from the joy that you could feel. Maybe you're doing way too much. Maybe you're indulging in way too much, and you're feeling like things are maybe too, like, yin and yang all the time, and it's not balanced, and you need to find this balance. Okay, so in order for you to do this, you have to consider, like, what is Pluto trying to teach you during this time. And Pluto is doom and gloom, right? But it is teaching you something. It is teaching you that you must be confident into what you're experiencing, and you must be confident in yourself in order to experience better. And the way that you express yourself through your creative endeavors, even in your romantic relationships, whatever you're doing that brings you joy, you have to find confidence in it. And Pluto will make you realize that you don't have confidence in it, and it can feel bland, and it can feel like, well, this is not really like what I thought it would be. So this is Pluto giving you a boost, like, hey, you need to be confident in yourself, because especially when it comes to dating, when it comes to reuniting this spark in relationships, you have to have confidence in order to do so. So let's choose a message from your higher self. We have move your chi, moving your body. This is awesome, because Pluto is actually in your Pluto in Aquarius is in your sixth house, so that's your day-to-day routine. So you gotta let go of all this energy, especially if you're filling your days and routines with things that are just like go, 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 go. You have to move your chi around. You have to remember your electromagnetic field that exists within you, and start moving that around and acknowledging that. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Virgo. I hope that was helpful. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, please. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Virgo. Libra. So Libra, this retrograde is going to be happening in your fourth house. Okay, so Okay, so this is definitely a time where you will be experiencing a lot of emotional um matters, that have to do with your family, your mother, most importantly. And this is really a time for you to start maybe reconciling with them, maybe having those uncomfortable conversations, but are really, intense, are intense, but it's actually uncovering the truth and uncovering what is, not working out. And this is a time where your life, you can look at your life or leaving your foundation as something that you need to reflect upon. You can find yourself reflecting upon like your childhood experiences, like where you grew up, your emotional trauma, your ancestral trauma, and how it has shaped you into the adult that you have become. Is it better or is it worse? It's always better, especially when you can take time to reflect on the places that you have been without living there anymore. That is very powerful. That is the power that Pluto is trying to teach you during this time. It's really emotional, yes, but it's this intense time, personal time for you to really reflect on, your heart space and maybe some solitude to sort through the feelings that you do have, and take time to heal your emotions and heal your inner child and your self-expression. The reflection of yourself, like your reflection, sitting time and taking time to reflect will bring up a lot of better and deeper understanding of your child self, and of that version of yourself, and inspire you to make these changes, maybe to have more fun, maybe to, because it is in your Pluto and Aquarius is in your fifth house. So this is the time for you to like have more fun. You figure out like what is fun, making like just cleaning out the slate and moving to a new place maybe, or moving out of the emotional security that you do feel, and start facing the emotions and deep emotions that it is true, and that it is true that you face, that you don't like, in your union, and I mean not your union but your family, your mother, and things of that nature, and start confronting it more and feeling like you can find your chosen family. You don't, just because you're born into families, it doesn't mean that they're supposed to work certain ways, but sometimes they don't, right? So you can find your chosen family and you can feel bonded with your family or your chosen family. Okay, so just think about that, Libra. So let's choose a message. We have check your ego. Okay, so your ego is your conscious mind. Okay, it's who you are, and because you're doing this deep inner work, you can feel as though you already healed these intense emotions that have to do with your childhood. Why am I going backward? However, you have to revisit the past without living there and realizing, like I said, power you forward. Pluto is trying to power you forward, but hey, don't forget where you've been. Don't forget what you've been through. Addressed what needs to be addressed in order for you to feel empowered. And if you don't need to feel powerless behind things and places and things that you already have been through. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Libra. I hope that was helpful. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, please, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Libra. Hey, Scorpio. So Scorpio, this is going to be happening in your third house of your communication, your community, and things of that nature. So there can be a disconnect that you feel. Pluto can bring up a disconnect when it comes to your family, when it comes to your home and your home life, like your foundation where you live and things of that nature. And so this is an opportunity for you to learn more about your communication skills and how you can connect more with those around you, your community, your family, your mother, and things of that nature. And it's really a time for you to start acknowledging that it does impact your life in the way that you communicate, and you can feel uninspired in the community that you live in, even the home that you are experiencing. And then maybe you want to move to a new city, you don't want to be in this country maybe even more. You just want to go and start relating to people and feeling like you relate to people on different levels, and you can start thinking about like the thoughts that you're experiencing, you thinking, okay, maybe unexpectedly I can have meaningful connections, I can connect with a lot of people during this time if I'm just in a different place. And you're thinking too, like, Scorpio, this is time for you, like, take advantage of any intimate talks that you have, any intimate relations and connections that you have that feel like high vibrational and that feel like it's actually going into the direction of of your liking. Remember, you're ruled by Pluto, so, and also Mars too, like it's your traditional ruler, so you want to feel driven by things that are underneath the surface, and that things like by the truth, more importantly, getting down to the truth. What is the truth? And maybe changing like your world view, like how are you seeing the world, like are the conversations that you experience are maybe like superficial, maybe like, okay, how are you, and you don't want to talk about that anymore. I feel you, Scorpio. And you're trying to have like these thought out like conversations about what is life, and like how can we actually change life, like how can we actually change our lives, like what do we, it's like having this discussion with people who are like-minded and of higher vibration, higher brain frequencies, other than just talking about going out, and dancing. So let's choose a message from your higher self. Scorpio, we got, do not stay stuck or stagnant. Continue to live. I love this because you have Aquarius in your fourth house. So it's already like uncovering, the habits that you have had as a child, the childhood traumas and things of that nature. And now it's time for you to really start thinking about your communication skills, right? And so continue to live, meaning that you're chosen for these things. You're chosen. Scorpio rising are really much chosen, and you must know this, and you must move on alignment with knowing you're meant to uncover the truth. You're meant to uncover the truth about life, whether it's painful or not, Scorpio. So that's all I have for you. I hope that's helpful. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Scorpio. Hey Sagittarius, so Sagittarius, this is going to be happening in your second house, okay? Second house of your personal value, your senses and things of that nature. So this is a time for you to start thinking about your independence, when it comes to how you're making money, what do you value, how you're saving money, thinking about the ways that you can confront your money, and how you value yourself. Excuse me. So any type of like scarcity mindset, you need to leave them, and you need to let those go. Leave them at the door. Most importantly, like if you're struggling when it comes to this, there can be, you're trying to just obtain a lot in this materialistic world, or obtain a lot of materialistic things. However, it does not, you have to understand, it does not measure your worthiness. Having all of these things is not going to make you feel worthy. You have to go uncover the truth of who you are, and to the real reasons of why you don't feel confident, of why you're in this type of relationship. And this is a real reflection on your materialistic possessions, on your relationships, on how you see the world, your financial security. And there can be a lot of fears holding you back from uncovering the truth of, achieving financial abundance, having a better self-esteem. And this is the time to release those outdated attachments that you have and that you've been experiencing, and that's been holding you back, and start living your life through freedom, okay? But once again, you have to start uncovering the truth about how you actually feel about these things. So I'm choosing a message from your higher self, Sagittarius. You have find your purpose. I love this card. It's actually really funny when it just pops out, because it's not easy to just find your purpose. However, whenever you're loving yourself and you're trying to uncover things about your own blocks and what is holding you back, and whenever you're searching for your own truth, it's so powerful, and it pushes you in alignment with your purpose, because that is your soul's mission. To figure out, what are you actually doing here? That is your soul's mission, to figure out, how am I existing in this world, materialistic world, but spiritual world, but this world, emotional, but these are all playing an important part of who you are. So that's all I have for you, Sagittarius. I keep saying Scorpio. I hope that was helpful. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Sagittarius. Hey Capricorn, so Capricorn, this retrograde is going to be happening in your first house. So this is really impactful for you, because this will like prompt you to take control over how you handle your life and how you handle the way that you're perceiving your life, and your independence and things of that nature. And this is going to force you to like look back and start thinking about Pluto has been in Capricorn for like 15 years, 16 years, and this is the time for you to like reflect back on all of that time and like how you've grown and how you really expanded upon like truths and things of that nature. And maybe there are ways that you could have been holding yourself back, and now you're thinking about, oh, okay, that did hold me back. And this is the time for you to start making sense of what is actually in your control and what's out of your control, and start trusting into, divine light when it comes to seeking the truth. Okay, so this is also a time that you think about your identity, you think about the way that you are appearing to others, and your personal desires. And so this is a time also for you to surrender to what you cannot control, like I said, the divine, and letting the divine guide you to what things that you feel like that is out of control, and you're just taking responsibility for the things that you can, and the things that prove worthy to you, and that um um that prove worthy to you, and that you can actually control, right? So, and we're talking about right now, looking not right now, not future, but now. So let's choose a message from your higher self. Explore the lesson and you will find yourself. I love this, because anytime it has to do with identity, there is always a lesson. Self, always a lesson. Life living, it's always a lesson. And the way that you're thinking back about how you've grown, there is a lesson in that. And that is what you want to explore. And that is what you want to accept and realize that that is what you have control over. And to let the divine guide you into your greatest version, Capricorn, because you're getting there. You're getting there. So that's all I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that was helpful. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, please, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Capricorn. Aquarius. So Aquarius, this retrograde, this Pluto retrograde is going to be happening in your 12th house. So this is really a time for you to think about your spirituality. It comes up front and center, and you start thinking about it in a more serious note, and a more disciplined note, and continuing to uncover your path. Like, what is your spiritual beliefs, what do you believe in? And your inner psyche, your dreams can be really enhanced during this time, and it's going to force you to confront what do you believe in, to confront the divine. The 12th house has to do with like the ethers and things of that nature. Now is the time for you to get really serious about how it impacts your identity, and the identity that you're building up for yourself outside of the lines of what society expects or what other people expect of you, and going beneath the surface and start uncovering the inner wisdom that lies within you, and that is going to be bubbling up within you the next 20 years. Like, this is going to be a really long transit for you, but this is a reminder, right? This is you like causing you to start thinking about your mental health, start thinking about your destructive patterns, and stop putting them off, and learning to let go, and maybe even struggling a little bit to let go. And this is a time where you could be dealing with your deepest fears, your deepest emotions, your deepest desires, but in a way that is a little bit harming. It's harming towards you, because you're not getting to the truth of it yet. Remember, this is a really long transit, so you will have to go behind closed doors. You will have to sit in solitude, and you will have to isolate yourself, because this is a soul journey, and it really does feel isolating, because you're the one only experiencing it. It's like a dark path you're going down, and you can't hear anything, you can't see anything. You can only know that you are the one that has to walk down this path. But on the other side of it, you become powerful. You master. This is self-mastery. This is mastering yourself, achieving this transformation within yourself, and self-actualizing yourself, because it can be scary, but it's very, very necessary. And thinking about all of the work that you've done, or even thinking about all the patterns that you have experienced in. And this is time for you to just start thinking about the spiritual part of it, most importantly, and finding peace within the version of yourself that you're creating, and the version of yourself that you must accept, Aquarius. So that's let's choose a message from your higher self, Aquarius, and see what they would like for you to know. Emotional healing. 12th house is emotional healing, and I really feel as though a lot of Aquarius risings will have to do a lot of emotional healing during this time, because your emotions are something that just creeps up on you. You can smell something and now you're emotionally in tune to that experience. And these are like Pluto, like things, traumas, so bringing emotional healing to your traumatic experiences that you have encountered and experienced in this lifetime is really important for you, Aquarius, during this, because it's going to uncover a lot, and it's going to uncover the truth that you seek. So that's all I have for you, Aquarius. I hope that was helpful. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, please, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Aquarius. Pisces. So Pisces, this Pluto retrograde is going to be happening in your 11th house. Okay, so your 11th house has to do with like your social life. It has to do with your friends, your wish, your dreams, and hopes. And this is a time where you may begin to realize that your current like friendships or even your relationships do not align with your sense of your spirituality. Pluto is all about transformation. It's all about uncovering things that are underneath the surface, and that can be really bittersweet. It can be very uncomfortable, and it can be very chaotic in a way. And very scary too. So this is time for you to really start thinking about your sensitivity and thinking of yourself as, hey, I am sensitive. I am also empathetic. However, this retrograde is trying to push you to get rid of the unhealthy relationships, patterns, thoughts, friend groups that you have, and start opening up to new cycles and new friend groups that are better serving for you and that are dark with you, in a way, in a sense, and not even dark, but that align to what you believe, your goals are, and about the future and things of that nature. And this is about also asking you to eliminate like the shallow like experiences, like, hi, how are you? No more talking about that. I am blessed. It's more so about like, what is humanity? Excuse me. How can we expand humanity? Like, how can we expand the cosmic beings that work along this plane? Like, how can we elevate, and how can we start nurturing the authentic bonds that we experience with people, and sharing the same views, and how can we bring each other up, and more so, how can we raise the vibration of this frequency? How can we live in as one? These are the things that you are thinking about. So your ego, Pisces, must must take a back seat at this period. You must not think, oh, well, you must not feel compelled to focus on what others are doing or showing up for others or what others are asking you to do, and start thinking about your thoughts, your goodwill, and things that you maybe volunteering or something like that. Doing things without expecting something can be really good during this time, and engaging in more things that are kind, and that bring a lot of kindness towards other people, but in a way that you're working to change the future. And you have a lot of truth, Pisces, but you must use this truth in order to shift humanity. I know you would love for other people to want this as well, but it is not easy, and people don't see it as you are. So you must use your gifts in order to aid in raising the frequency and vibration. So let's choose a message from your higher self. We have see clearly using your third eye. Beware of the energy field that exists around you. You will realize that you are not just body. You are not just your body, your minds, your emotions. You can access higher planes of higher consciousness. You discover that peace. You can discover that peace and joy are not found outside of you. And I really feel like this is really powerful for you, Pisces, because you know these things. You exist purely, through consciousness, and you're able to tap into consciousness all around you, and tap into emotions all around you. You must use your intuition to guide you towards these things. That these things have expired, these friend groups, and you must let them go, because they do not allow to your future goals and to which your dreams are. And you must make your dreams a reality, Pisces. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Pisces. I hope that was helpful. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, please, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Pisces.